we'd like to welcome DC Defenders head coach Shannon Harris. First question right here in the middle, coach.
Congratulations making it here, Shannon Harris, and this is Alan from the Allen Alford Sports Talk Show. Great to see you in person. And you're a man of faith. This is a huge game. What have you learned from faith that can help you in this game?
Yeah, appreciate it again. Thanks for having me here, and appreciate the question.
Thank you.
The biggest thing is that, like, when you have faith, like the way I have it, man, you come here with no worries. We always talk about it as a team, as a staff. The preparation is the separation. So when you prepare the right way and you do everything the right way that you're supposed to do it, you just come in, with an ease mind and no worries. The guys are prepared, they're confident, and then we're here for a reason. So that's the whole mindset for us when we come in here. We're at peace, and we just want to come out here and play the way we're supposed to play.
Appreciate it.
Okay, over here to my left, front row.
Hi, Coach D. D Love Sports. Just wanted to know, has your mindset changed? First of all, congratulations, Coach of the Year. Has your mindset changed from the last time you were sitting here, but as assistant coach, right? So has your mindset changed, and what's the difference?
Yeah, thanks for that. And then, no, the mindset hadn't changed. It's just, now you're in a different seat, right? So, we approach every game aggressively on all three phases. We want to put pressure on our team that we're facing and not allow pressure to be put on us. And so, no, we're going to come out the same way we've been coming out all year in this game. We're going to keep the same routine that we've always had. We're not going to do anything different to have gotten us to this point. So, like I talked to the team before as well, let's play off football, then it's championship football. Let's not press. Let's stay in routine. Let's continue to do the things that have gotten us here, and don't let the chips lay where they may.
Okay, second row right here to my left.
Hey, Coach. Jacob Gamaker from USA Today. First of all, congratulations on making it to the championship game. My question, you obviously won the XFL Conference Championship game here last week. Does that give you any extra level of comfort coming back into this stadium, even though it's a neutral site game, having just won a big game here?
Yeah, again, we've had a lot of success in this building, against St. Louis, of course. But we know what the team we're facing in Michigan, what type of team they are. Coach Nolan, I don't think he knows this, but and I never mentioned it to him, but I'm a huge 49ers fan. So, I've been a fan of his for so long, even when he was the head coach for the 49ers. So I know what type of coach he is and his staff and, what type of players they have. And so those guys, are well-coached dudes, and they're going to come in here and play, to win a championship. And they took it to us the first game. They did. And so that chip is on our shoulder for that. And so, we're going to come in here, and we've prepped all week, another physical week of practice. And so, as we call this, Audi West. So we feel comfortable here. Jordan has had some success here as a player here in St. Louis and with us at DC. So a lot of these guys are very comfortable coming in here.
Next question to my far left, second row.
James Larson, Pro Football Newsroom. Congratulations on Coach of the Year. Wanted to ask about Brian Braswell, your O-line coach. Had to come in during training camp, and his O-line's been playing really, really good football. It's gotten better each week. Can you talk a little bit about Braswell's role and just him coming in really late in training camp?
Yeah, the good thing about with Coach Braswell coming into us late, myself, Coach Kice had already been knowing Brian for so long, and he's been a long-term friend to me, and we were very fortunate to get him, and didn't think that we were going to be able to get him, but when this transition happened with Coach Cody Creel leaving and going on to North Texas, he was available, and we were praying and thanking God that he was. But I tell you, what he's brought to that room with those guys, and the other part of it is, you're only as good as your players, right? And Vaughn, our GM, has done an amazing job of getting that room back to where it was in year one in 2023. So we're appreciative of that as well. So now he's just bringing his knowledge and what he can add to that room based off his years of coaching.
Third row to my left over here.
Hey, Coach Harris, congratulations on getting to this point. Two-part question. What would you tell your 10-year-old self about this moment kind of coming up tomorrow? And then more importantly, how would your 10-year-old self coach the game tomorrow? And can you use any of that creativity?
Yeah, I tell you, man, that's a good question there. So my 10-year-old self, man, would approach this game with no regrets. You know what I mean? A guy for me playing sports at a young age throughout my entire life. Not football, though. I only played basketball and baseball. Football didn't come to me until I got to high school. So, but it'll be one of those things, man, to have no regrets. Approach everything like you always approached it, and then go from there. And from a planning standpoint, you know, just go out and let it all loose, you know, and have fun with it, you know, embrace the moment, and, you know, go from there.
Over here to my middle.
Thank you. It's Alan from the Allen Alford Sports Talk Show. And for the conference championship, you mentioned that the game was pretty much won on Wednesday and Thursday, the preparation. Do you feel the same with this week?
Yeah, I do. I think these guys have worked extremely hard, you know, all week in practice. And it was a quick turnaround, right? So we had to be smart and strategic on how we did everything through practice. But we still got after it pretty good, you know, once we was able to get the airplane ride back out of us going back. And, you know, guys were sore a little bit because it was a physical game. So, but we had to be smart about how we approached it. And then, you know, once we got everybody back healthy, and we got after a little bit again. So, because we know this game gonna be physical, it's playoff football, right? So, you got to make sure, man, you bring your hard hat, your lunch pail, your work boots, especially against this team we about to play tomorrow.
Okay, right now we're going to take some questions from Zoom. Oscar.
Thank you very much, Bianca. Hello, Coach. Congratulations from Mexico City. I have a couple of questions. The first one, how you fall in love with football? You are talking about the sport, but how you fall in love with football? And the second one, could you say some words to all the Mexican fans follow the UFL? Thank you very much. Gracias.
Appreciate the question. That's a great one, too. I tell you, football found me. I did not find football. You know, I just happened to be the water boy for our high school team, but I was just strictly basketball and baseball. And just so happened I was throwing the football around, and my first cousin was the quarterback, and all he did was just run the ball, never throw the ball. So the coaches asked me one day to play, and you know, I followed my game after Steve McNair, and a lot of my brothers played football, and some played with him, and so that's kind of how I started, you know, taking a liking to football. It just came naturally, and it took a lot of fundamental work with me for sure. And so once I got it figured out, I fell in love with it at that point when I was in high school, in the 8th grade. And you know, for everyone else that's out there, fans that, you know, watch us in the league, is continue to watch us. We put a good brand of football out there. The league itself is amazing for what's going on with it, and so much talent here. So continue to follow us, continue to cheer for us, and we're looking forward for this league to stay around for a long time. As you see, so many of these guys are benefiting. I know the NFL itself are benefiting from it. And so many of these guys are getting the opportunity to go back into the NFL. So the league itself is amazing for that reason, for sure.
Okay, we'll continue on Zoom. Michael.
Hi, Coach Harris. Michael Bell, Alternative Football Network. Can you speak to a little bit about the growth of the coaches and your team since the Week 6 loss to Michigan, as well as any mindset changes going into the second matchup?
Yeah, I tell you, I mean, the coach staff and all of us, the players itself, I mean, we've been pretty consistent throughout since Week 1, all through camp, you know, so during that game against Michigan, I mean, it was one of those ones to what we learned from is that you never think you're as good as you think you are when you win some big games, and you're not as bad as you think you are either. But the one thing about it is, you know, everyone stayed together, coaching staff, players and all of those things. And man, we just continued to go to work. You know, it wasn't one of those things to where, you know, we're trying to figure ourselves out or anything. It was just that, you know, we realized that fundamentals beat us in that game, and so we had to get back to that. And you know, we had approached things a little different at times. So that was the biggest thing for us. We just made sure our fundamentals were back intact and get us to where we are today.
Do we have any other coach? Okay, we'll take the last two questions up here to our right.
Hey, Coach, Matty Fresh from Springball Boulevard.
Yep.
I know Reggie Barlow and Greg Williams were such a big part of this thing going all the way back to 2023. What kind of conversations have you had with them leading up to this? Any advice from Coach Barlow, and do they plan on maybe being here at all?
Yeah, to be honest, man, and Coach, we talk all the time, and Coach Barlow and I, but, you know, honestly, you know, we don't even talk about here. You know, we just talk about just personal things, you know what I mean? So, you know, they don't get involved. They just sit back and watch, you know, and knowing that, you know, they left here, the team in good hands with us. And so, but yeah, we don't talk much about the game itself. If anything, you know, Coach Barlow and I talk about is, you know, the terror, right? Make sure it must be maintained. So that's it. And keep the guys together, keep the team together, the coaches together, and keep doing things together the right way.
Okay, last question will be on our far right back.
I'm Ryan Parker with Arts STL. I was here last week to watch the game. It was very impressive from a coaching standpoint. How do you feel like you have changed, or if you've changed this season as a head coach, and what do you think you've learned the most?
You know, not much change, but, you know, the one thing for us is just, you know, continue to try to find ways to be more aggressive throughout the course of the season. You know, the biggest thing too is just game management. You know, learning that as the year went on. That has been the biggest difference from that standpoint. But you know, outside of the football aspect of it, nothing has really changed. And just continue to have confidence within the game management itself. So each game, you know, you have to manage it differently within itself. And each game have its own type of way of going about it, right? So. But that's the biggest thing, you know, adjustment week to week that you have to make throughout the course of it, and then you know, everything is just flow the way it needs to flow.
All right, thank you so much, Coach Harris. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you, appreciate it. Appreciate you all.
Appreciate you too. Thank you.